What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net coming at you live from my craft room here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, I'm not doing junk journal stuff, but I am working on something for my junk journal room, my craft room. I am working on the curtains of my dreams. Hi, Diana. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome, welcome. I'm working on the curtains of my dreams. And so I just thought I would come on live here and just chat. If y'all have, we could just keep each other company while I do this. I'm finally at the fun part of my sewing, which is when I start to put the fabrics in the middle. So I thought I would come on here and just chat it up with y'all. This has been a very long process. Hi, Miss Beverly. This has been a very long process. I think I have maybe a panel and a half done, maybe, out of 4 panels. So it's a work in progress. It's going to take me a long time, and I'm working on it. I'm trying to work on it on my weekends, which I call Sunday and Monday. That's like my weekend. Because even on Saturday when I don't go live, I am working on junk journal stuff or whatever. But this is not a tutorial video. I'm literally just working on them. So there's lots of videos out there if you did want to learn how to make these. They're really not that hard. There are just a couple things you'll learn along the way, I guess. This is, I made my first pair of Cathedral window pillows for my mother, and then I was like, I want these as a curtain. I need these to be curtains for me. So let me get this put away a moment. I want it to get wrinkled. I also have some beans cooking in, and so I might go pop over there to look at them every once in a while. Okay, so this is, each square consists of 4 larger squares origamied into like a little envelope. And then what I do is I go in and I sew the little corners down. Technically, nobody told me to do that, but it's just how I had to make it work, so that I don't do hand stitching. So it was just easier to kind of tack these down a little bit before I get started on the next part. So the windows consist of these 4 little pockets that are made from these flaps. It's such a boring process to get to this part, but this is why I call this the fun part, right? That's why this is what I call the fun part. Okay, so I need to pick out 4 fabrics, and I need to cut them down to size. I'm using my charm packs that I bought from that thrift store, from the garage sale. And I just go through them and I pick out 2 florals and 2 patterns. So let's see, let's pick out, we'll do like this gray one. And these are really all just like random colors. They really shouldn't be put together. That's also kind of what I love. Like these 2 look totally funky together, but I love that. And then I'm going to go into this pack over here. And let's do something in purple, but I need just like a pattern. Okay, we could do this one. And then we'll go into this pack here. And we'll do this green pattern thingy-majiggy. So these are 5x5s, and I need them to be 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I have my little rotary table here to help me cut things. And I'm going to have to do something with my junk journals with this because I have so many little scraps from cutting these down. Tiny little scraps. We'll see what I do. I have so many of them. Ooh, the beans are smelling good. We're making chili. We're making chili tonight. And so I got the chipotle peppers soaking in water. I'm making the beans. I got the meat defrosting. We're going to make chili tonight. I'm excited. I've never made chili, but I am excited to do so. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I think I need to get a new blade, or is there a spot right here where it kind of dips in, or what is going on? It might be the cutting surface, I suppose. Weird. Hang on. I gotta get this strip off. Okay. By 3 3/4. Just like that. And so, like I said, I have all these scraps. Gonna have to do something with them. Okay, so let me put this away now. Could I cut them all down at the same time? Yes, but I don't want to. Okay, so I have my little pockets. It's literally just a bunch of squares that I sewed together. That was the boring part. So then I'm going to place these where I want them to be. I always put 2 floral and then 2 pattern like that. They really don't have to match. Okay, so I got my pins. And I need to pin these fabrics down. Make sure to bury the pin, that way I don't stab myself. Let's see, how's everybody's day going today? How about that weather? It is so nice. It's probably like 75. So nice, I love it. I love it. And then it's nice and fresh at night. So that goes there. Okay, then this will go right here. Try and keep it in the middle. Okay, so now we go on to the sewing machine. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew each of these sides down like that. If y'all can see. And I'm going to start from the middle. That way I end in the middle and on to the next one. And I've got my walking foot installed. And I have to backstitch and stuff. I have to remember that all the time. Backstitch. And I'm just sewing this flap down. And I stop when I get to the corner here. And I pull the next corner over to make this little point right here. Sew all the way up and then back. Turn it around to do the other side. I haven't put, so 3 of these squares make up 1 width of the panel of the curtains that I want. Currently making pokey tools with little beaded giveaways. Cute. I've been wanting to do some more beading stuff. I want to try those metal glue bottles with the little hole that you can put the beads on. I want to do those. Now I do the other side. Fold over the other side. Just kind of roll over. I would be so excited to put up even 2 panels. That would be fun. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the bias trim on it, or do I just want to leave it the way it is? I don't know yet. I don't know. We're going to do this other side. Roll it over this point here. Back stitch it. Rotate, and here's the end of this diamond here, window, whatever you want to call it. Now with this one, kind of ends the fun part. I mean, it's not the end of the fun part, but when I attach 3 of these together, it's insane work because I have to roll it because, you know, it's kind of small here. It's not a quilting quilt. The title made me run over. I made one of the Cathedral quilts about 15 years ago. Queen size, all by hand. Then I never picked up a needle for 10 years. Sounds traumatizing. By hand? Well, by sewing machine, I guarantee you. It's a little bit more enjoyable. There was some tutorials that said do this by hand. I'm like, I'm not doing that by hand. I'll figure out how to do it with a sewing machine. I'll watch another video where they possibly use a sewing machine because I am not stitching anything by hand. I'm not. And I didn't. I'm like, that's too much work. I would never. Like, I literally would never. But all by sewing machine, I am into it. I've been trying to figure out how to do this for my junk journals. I have seen a couple of tutorials that may work. Possibly. I have to take this pin out early, but that's okay. Definitely. It was still a lot of work to get this started because I use bed sheets, so I had to iron them, you know. I started off with 12 by 12 squares. And they end up being, after you origami them, they end up being about, I think it's 8 by 8. Bubba. Bubba. My little boy, he wants to play. Let me finish this line here, and then I will throw his little toy. Okay. And then the walking foot made a big difference with this. So I'm honestly really happy I bought that walking foot. Hang on, let me move my beans while I'm at it. They cannot burn. I cannot burn these beans. I don't want to burn these beans. Okay, so next point here. Jude, hi Jude. Roll over this corner here. I'm doing it. My mom was like, after I gave her the pillow, she's like, okay, well, next I need to match. She said I need matching bed sheets. I'm like, oh my God, you're literally crazy. For her king size bed, I don't think so. Sounds crazy. Like I said, just doing these panels is a headache. I can't imagine trying to do like a quilt like that. When I watched the tutorial video for this, she made it seem so easy. Like, oh yeah, you could just, you know, just put this under your sewing machine. And then I was like, okay, that's going to be easy. But then when I got to my sewing machine, I was like, oh, her sewing machine has like this much space like available to her. Oh, right. Okay, I don't. Reality hit me. My colored squares were 2.5, a little smaller than yours. The tinier they get, the crazier it is. But you know what? I've gotten really good. This is even smaller than the pillows that I did. The pillows that I did, the windows are bigger. It was a 20 by 20 pillow. The windows are bigger. I'm getting pretty good at getting close to the edge here. Getting pretty good at it. What am I doing? Okay. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be rolling. Hang on. I went too far on here. That's okay. Roll this over like that. And I'm not a professional. I'm not trying to be a professional, so I might stop it. I might cut out some thread. It might not be the best of anything, but it will look great on my windows for myself to look at. Okay? Okay. Rolling over this edge, making sure it's over on this side. And we're going to keep sewing. Some squares are better than others. And that's okay. That's okay. Spin it around, we close her up like that. Okay, now we're moving over to this one over here. Hang on, I gotta cut off the thread down here. Okay, we're just gonna continue. In this corner and this fabric here, and we're ready to go. Okay, roll over the corner here. There we go. Honestly, though, I have been kind of enjoying the whole process. The whole process is fun. I just can't wait till I'm done. I can't wait till I'm done. But I am thoroughly enjoying the process. Thank you, Rosemary. Too kind, too kind. Let's roll over this side here. Just try to do my best. And it's just been fun learning something new and getting a little bit better at it every time I sew. Like, I can now get pretty close to this edge. It's pretty good. With my new walking foot, like, that's new to me. So trying to keep an eye on something that I can keep as a constant measurement of sorts. Take that pin out. Let's roll over this edge here. Roll over this point. It's gonna look so good. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dissect my current curtains. Either that, like, I'm just gonna chop off my curtains, you know, where the rings are, and somehow sew this up onto the strip of fabric with the rings. I'm either going to do that, or I need to learn how to make those loops, you know, those piece of fabric loops. It doesn't look too hard for curtains. So I have those two choices. I still haven't decided. Because also these are pretty heavy, so I need to make sure that my I need to make sure that it can support the weight because they're pretty heavy. Okay. Okay, this point could have stuck under the other one, but I guess it'll be okay maybe. I don't know. We shall see. Back stitch. Making the points reach where I want them to reach. I'm not gonna let it bother me. I'm not gonna let it bother me. Back stitch. The beans are smelling real good, real good. The recipe for chili called for canned beans. I can't. I need to make fresh beans. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know how it turns out, but half of the food that, like, the main ingredient in any dish that I end up making is onions. I don't know why. Half of my food ends up being onions, but it tastes so good. So I got the beans cooking in onions, and then later I'm gonna add all that to the chili that's gonna have onions. And then I can't just make meatballs without onions. I've been trying this one method of cooking beef for things, for soups and for sauces. This one video that I watched, they made meatballs out of their beef before adding them. So I'm going to make meatballs out of my beef before and not fry them, but cook them on pot before I add the onions. And it actually tastes really, really good. But then I also add onions to the meatballs. Like, I can't imagine making meatballs without onions. The video was just like, oh, just make meatballs. Like, literally just meatballs. And I can't. I have to add, like, garlic powder. And I have to add all sorts of things. I can't just put the meatballs like that. Like, that's crazy. You need garlic. You need onions. You need, like, salt, pepper. Like, so that's how I'm thinking of cooking this also. It's my first time making chili. I feel like I'm making a pretty safe recipe to where next time if I make it any better, then it'll be even better. I'll know how to make it better. Loops would be cool, you think so? Okay, so there we go. This is my finished block. Just cutting off all the threads. And look at the back. Cut off the threads in the back. Okay, this looks cute in the back as well. You can see the stitches from the back, and it's supposed to be like a quilt so that you don't have to quilt, I guess, technically, because the quilting is done here with all these swirls and stuff. But you can see where I put the little pockets. And then also these all become other little pockets when you connect them. So I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to connect these. I need to figure out which is the sides that we're going to do. I think I'm going to end up doing at least these two with this one. You know what? Oh my goodness. I need to actually start figuring out. No, I might hold off on that till the next step because I need to start actually figuring out which panel I'm on because I might have enough to make one panel. So it depends on where the other squares get placed. If this is the middle of the panel or the middle of the panel, then it wouldn't get anything. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to wait on that then. I was going to put them together, but we'll wait on that. We'll just do these 4 fabrics here. It's actually going to start to matter. I haven't had to think about it because I was like, oh, I only have like one panel done. But now that I could possibly have more than one panel done, I need to think about that a little bit more. So let's pick the panels for this one now. Cheryl, good luck. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this beautiful black and red rose thing. And I've been just kind of going through the fabrics here, just randomly. Let's see. Oh, we'll do this one over here, yellow and red. And then we need two patterns. Let's see. Guess this green one over here. And we'll do this weird paisley over here. Why not? I like them looking a little funky. Like they don't match. Okay, so let me get my cutter. Okay, these here don't matter, so we're just going to lay them on top of each other. Again, I'm using these 5x5 squares just to make life a little bit easier. I will probably have to end up supplementing with my own fabric squares that I have to cut up. But for now, I'm just being lazy and picking these pre-cut, which I still have to cut down. But at least I don't have to iron like my fabric, like I would with my fabric stash. That's the main part I'm trying to avoid. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Let me fix my little side table here so that I can put this instead. Okay. Let's get these placed on here. Like that. Just random fabrics. But so you got 2 florals and 2 patterns. It's random, but it's also kind of on purpose. So I'm going to pin these down. Pin, pin, pin. To be able to see where the middle of this is, which is right here. This one over here. This one kind of got squished. I don't know how this. I'll have to. This one's gonna look a little funky, but I guess it's okay. Ugh. Okay, we'll get to that when we get to that. I kind of messed up on that square. Okay, so we got it all pinned where the fabrics are gonna go. Again, I roll it like this and then sew that curve. It's gonna be best too. It's gonna look ugly, but I think we could. I don't think it'd be the craziest thing I've ever seen. Bobbin, we're okay on bobbin. Gotta check that bobbin. Okay. So this sewing machine even has more space than my other sewing machine had. So for right now, I work on these 4 at a time because it's a lot easier. A lot of the tutorials basically tell you to make all these all at one time, connect them, and somehow get in here with my sewing machine. So I was like, no. I don't have enough space for that. So I'm going to do them 4x4, and then we'll add the fabric, and then we'll get it together. And then we'll do the hard part, but at least this part will be a little bit somewhat pleasant for me with the small sewing machine, because I don't have one of those. I wish I did now. Now I wish I had one of those, but I don't. So we will make it work. We will make it work. That's what we're gonna do. Let's back stitch. Just on here. Now this is that bad corner I don't like, but it'll be okay. It looks a little deformed, but that's okay. It's okay. I didn't want to throw it away because I'm like, the rest of it is fine. It's just that one little part. I kind of poked through it in the folding part. Let's turn this over. I'm like, I just want to do the fun part. Let's just do the fabrics in the middle. That to me is the fun part. And then when I started having the panels together, it's like, oh God. Or the blocks together, I should say. It's like, oh God. And I still haven't made one whole like panel. I have them in pieces. So the hardest part is yet to come. I'm hoping I could possibly take those over to my friend's house and do it on his sewing machine, because he has a long, whatever this is, it's bigger. I don't know what this part right here is called. I don't know. But his is bigger. So I'm like, maybe I could take it over there to do the hardest parts. I see why people like those big sewing machines now. I'm like, that would make this much easier. And I'm just making something little. When I was making that 20x20 block for my mom, it was a hassle. And of course, it was the first time I've done it. It's getting a little bit easier now to do, as I make 700 of these squares here. It's getting a little easier to put together. The beans, snow bomb. I'm looking at the clock. I don't want to burn these beans. Let me go to the next square here. Pull over the edge. And we'll back stitch. this to roll. There we go. There we go. Turn it. Kind of had to imagine, like, watch a bunch of videos on how to do this, and every tutorial said, do this by hand, do this by hand. And I was like, no. So I kind of jimmy rigged it to where I did everything by the sewing machine. Is it going to look like everybody else's? Probably not. But I was also not going to do it by hand. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not that girl. I don't even have sewing needles to do that. That's what I thought. I'm like, maybe I should. But then I was literally like, I don't have any sewing needles to buy them. I was like, oh, or I could just tack these little corners down with a couple stitches. Hi, Monique. What's up, lady? Yo, I was thinking we could go to thrift shops. We could also go. Now is the time to go to yard sales, girl. It's yard sailing weather. So let me know when you're down. I love thrift stores, but I also love me a good yard sale. And it's just that weather. It's the nice weather for it. Get this over here. Ooh, I'm getting awfully close to this pin. Awfully close. Oops. I'm trying to sew and I didn't put it out. Hello. Rotate, close it, back stitch. And let's go to the next one. Dang, I sewed this one wrong too. That's okay. I think, yeah, it'll be okay. At some point, I was stitching them wrong. And then I realized it too late. But I did get them right on a couple panels as well. I was like, oh, they need to be over here instead of there. Monique. Carrie. Hi, Carrie. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So point. I would try to get y'all closer to the sewing machine, but I have to be able to see. When y'all are able to see what I'm actually sewing, it's I can't see. So, I'm like, that's what I have to be able to see. I 100% have to be able to see. Normally, I don't mind, but this time, I need to be able to see it. Turn this over here. Okay, this will go over here. Roll it over to a little point. I used to love doing this pattern. It's fun. Hi, Zena. It's actually not the hardest. I mean, things have to line up, but I mean, it's really nothing you can't. If you don't get it perfect, it's okay. At least I feel like it's a very forgiving pattern. Very forgiving. But it looks really complicated, you know, so I love that. Oops, there's a pin over here still. Not that that matters, really. Turn it. And we're done. So now we go to this one. Just gonna move everything over. And slowly but surely I've been getting better. Like I said, every block it gets a little easier. I'm at like the 100th billion block, so it's getting easier, you know. Back stitch. Okay. So in the point here, back stitching. How are you, Miss Zena? How's life been for you, dear? It's been a minute. Let me see. My beans should be getting ready soon. I'm obsessing over these beans. Because they can't mess up. I need to get them right. Or my mama is going to get mad at me. Let's turn this. And then I got to go check on the beans for reals. I burnt so many beans in my life. I don't want to jinx myself, but that's also why I'm obsessing over the beans. Gotta get it right this time. Because my mama did not raise me to use canned beans. Stitch. Finish it off, and then we're gonna go check on those beans. In 1 minute. Okay, they're not burning, so that's great. Good news, good news. Okay, so this is done. Let's cut off the bottom. Okay. I'm just cutting off the little threads here and there. This way I waste a lot less thread. All right, those windows look super cute. Been busy cleaning houses, but I'm off today, so just relaxing. Nice. Okay, let me get the next one ready. We're just gonna keep going until I actually have to figure out what else is the next step for these panels, but I have quite a few of these to do. Here's the next one. And let's see here. A beautiful panel and looks lovely what you're doing. Thank you, Carrie. Let's do a purple moment. Real purple moment. And we'll do a I'll do this pattern. This blue pattern is pretty cool. Okay. Oh, and then this red lined moment would be so cute. And then can do this green pattern right here. No, it's too many lined patterns right there, I think. Okay, we'll do this one. This floral moment would be beautiful. Okay, so let's do these. I think so too. I think they're beautiful. Okay, let's get these cut up. I have so many scraps. This is just 2% of the scrap, 1% of the scraps that I have. Okay, so let's get these cut up. For mine, they are 3 3/4. Is there a spot here that doesn't let me cut? I don't understand. It's very confusing. Most confusing. Three-quarters. Oh. Okay, so let's attach them here. Miss Zena, how are you enjoying your day off, girl? Just chilling at home. Just chilling. Are you crafting too? Let's see. That there. Let's do this purple one over here. Do that right there. Okay. Do that and that. Just giving it a real scrappy look here. The more random, the better for me. Oh, the beans, the beans. The beans. I think I should probably put the meat in the fridge. Hang on. Cannot be forgetting the meat. Okay. Meat is defrosted. The meat is in the fridge with the boyfriend. He ruptured his Achilles playing basketball and found out he had 2 blood clots as a result of his injuries. What? That's crazy. That sounds like it hurts. Oh, hang on. This little panel has a hole in it. You can't see it on camera. But there's a little hole sometimes in the middle it doesn't meet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stitch in between the little windows with the really small stitch. And I'm just doing it over and over and over. Is this professional? Probably not. But it has greatly helped in hiding the itty bitty little holes that sometimes happen because I'm not a professional. Let me do some lines this way maybe. Just like a couple of stitches. It needs to close it up. I'm gonna call it a day with that. Yeah, it's closed now. Okay, cool. Did I just cut the fabric? No, I didn't. Okay, I thought I cut the fabric, but I didn't. Okay. Okay, so now we're starting. I hope he gets better soon with Zena, because that's crazy. Which is also why I don't play sports. You just never know, honestly. I can't risk anything more of an activity than just sitting down. And even that's probably gonna end up messing up my back. You know, you just can't sit still, you can't get up. Because you'll get hurt. It's messed up. Roll this over. Turn it over. Yeah, that scary hit, he's taking blood thinners and the swelling on his ankle and calf has gone down. That's good. Oh my goodness. So weird. The human body is so weird. I'm going too fast. Did I hit all the points? I think I did. I really pushed it on that one. I really pushed it. Roll it over. Oh my god, I can't wait to have some chili tonight. Actually, probably eat chili tomorrow. It's probably going to be a tomorrow thing, but whatever. Gonna have some chili. Chili without ribs. Just some chili. Which I've never made, so I hope I like it. The recipe sounded good. Sounded about right. Apparently I can make it fancier, but I don't have a blender. So maybe next time. Or maybe I'll just like this recipe. I don't know. Just back stitch. Turn around. That I might have accidentally not hit. Oh, right here. Right here. I didn't hit right here. But you know what? I'll live. I think I'll live. It literally just, it's like 3 stitches off. I think I will sleep okay tonight. I think it'll be okay. Let's go to the next one here. Back stitch. stitch a little slower probably. But nah. I think we're good. We're making good time. We're making good time. Flip this over. Oh, this looks so cute. I can't wait. I can't wait till somebody surprises me and says, "Oh, I finished your curtains for you." I can't wait. Cannot wait to wake up to that. I did a lot of work before I left, though. I was really nervous the couple of days before my flight. I didn't even go live because I just felt so nervous. It was terrible. But what I did to calm myself down was cut this fabric and iron it. And so when I came back, like all the hard work was done, I was like, oh, let's get back into this curtain jam. So like, let's get back into it. So I did do the boring parts yesterday, which was putting all these little squares together. It was so boring. It's the most boring thing. This is the exciting part. And the pretty little fabrics. Everything before this is Boringville. Total snooze fest. I'm working on Christmas advent calendar out of fabric, 24 pockets to sew. Ooh, 24 pockets. I have not attempted a pocket yet. Have not tried to sew pockets. Are you talking about like paper or like a paper craft project? Or are you doing actual sewing project? Carrie. Like junk journal or sewing. Okay, roll over the other side here. Back stitch. Ooh, this pin's gonna have to go. This right here. Roll over. Did these stitches come out? That is so not cool for them to come out right here in the middle of me sewing. He just came out, but you know what? I think we could make it work. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work. This little flap should not be up here at all. It should be sewn down. But what are you going to do right now? Just holding it in place. Hoping it'll be okay. Don't know. Technically, I was supposed to roll this over. Oh my goodness, what a mess. I don't know why the stitches didn't help, but now I have to roll it over on itself and it's not stitched down. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is not ideal at all. This is so difficult. Okay. I think we've got it. I think I've got it. Gotta roll it with my finger. And also at the same time, place it in position. Oh, this one's hard. This one has been a toughie. Oh my goodness. Okay, somehow I got it done. Somehow. I don't want to do that again. That's why I stitched them down, but those stitches came out. I don't know how because I swear I backstitch on everything. Ugh. They're coming for me. Sewing machine is trying to get me. It's a sewing project with the sewing machine. Fun. Okay. So that square is done. Here's the last window that we need to do. Last. Ugh. Tragedy that didn't work properly. Just tragic. Back stitch. How long do beans take to cook? I don't know. They've been on. I have to see if one is squishy, but they've been on for almost 3 hours, or 2 hours actually. 2 hours, I think. I turned them on at 1, and it's almost 3, so 2 hours. Okay. So maybe it's not long enough. I'm just making sure they have water, and I'm moving them around a little bit here and there. Turn it. Okay. Back stitch. It will hang on the wall when finished, or the back door. How fancy. So fancy. Okay, last row of stitches on this block. All right. Here we go. Back stitch. I'm thinking of making one of these for my pillow cover for my friend for Christmas. But she has a dog, so I was thinking maybe I should do this like in a gray, maybe in a brown, so that way if she gets dog hair on it, it doesn't show like a white fabric would, you know. Yay, here's another one. Not sure how I'm going to do the numbers for the pockets yet. You could try freeze drying. There's a method on how to print on fabric using, I think it's freeze dryer, what is it called? And then so you could almost like sublimate an image onto. And if there's labels out there with the numbers, you can print them out on there and almost do like an applique. Oh, there's a pin here. I left a pin. They look beautiful. I love it. Just random fabrics put together. Let me do this. Let me check on my beans. Every time I finish a block, I check on my beans. Okay, the beans are cooking. I'm just checking the readiness of this one bean. It smells good. Mmm. They're done. Mmm, they're perfectly salty too. Yeah. Okay. Those beans are so good. Those are really good beans. I did a great job. I did a great job on the beans. Thank you, Miss Jude. I'm so excited. I know it's going to be a while till they're done, but I'm very excited. We'll do these little cherries from this, what used to be a set. Now it's just a couple of pieces. We'll do these blue flowers. We need patterns. So I'll do this paisley pattern. It'll be really busy, but that's okay. Paisley pattern from here. And then we will do this pattern here. It's pretty interesting. Little pattern. And then I kind of put the ones I didn't use at the top. So the next time I grab from these ones instead. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just sewing and chatting away. How is your day? How is your day? Because like I said, to me, this is like my weekend. So this is, try to explain to my grandma like what my job is. It's a little weird. She thinks I'm like, but I said, I do this for fun. I said, this is my hobby. This technically is not my job. I don't sew for a living. So it's just hard to tell her like why I'm sewing. Like this is just for fun. Technically, I do it for my job, but like it's not my job. It's just really weird thing to have to explain. She could not for the life of her understand. And then maybe I should show her some. And I know I've shown her my books, but her memory is not the sharpest anymore. So sometimes she forgets that I've already shown her what I do. It's going. How was your visit with your mom? Yeah, I had a lot of fun actually. You know, I went on it felt like a proper vacation, you know, like spent a lot of money. It felt like a proper vacation. And I enjoyed myself. We went to go see the beach in Alabama. We visited New Orleans, and that was interesting. New Orleans was interesting. And just got to know my mom's little town, you know. I decided I'm moving out there, not because I liked it, but because I miss my mom. I decided we're moving out there maybe in the next couple of years. And we'll see how that goes. But that's what the outcome of the vacation was. I was like, well, I guess I gotta move out here now because I don't want to be without my mother. So that's a big decision. My husband was like, okay. Like reluctantly, he's like, maybe minimum give me a year, he said, because we've never really thought to move, and I didn't want to move, but it's been really hard for me to be without my mother, and so plans are to join her sometime in the near future. Gotta save up some money, but that is the plan. Okay, so we got these. Yeah, I did shopping. I had fun. I did these little go-karts. You know, I was doing all the little touristy things. And I had a lot of fun with my family. I did not have fun. I did not enjoy my mom's friend's child, but I just don't like children. I just, period, point blank, I don't like children. So that was like getting old real quick with that boy. Okay, I'm going to sew here from the middle. From the middle. Back stitching. And here we go. Okay, trim the little corner, roll it, so like that, back stitch. I didn't even do like shopping like that, but I did buy some dishes from a thrift from an antique store out there. There's an antique store, and apparently it's some like famous antique store because it was like on some home network TV channel where they did like renovations, and they would go to this store a lot to buy like decor. So it was like an antique shop. It's the most interesting antique shop I've ever seen in my life. It felt like an amusement park. It was amazing. And they had some cute dishes, and you know, I'm making a dish wall. I am making a dish wall, so there's that. Okay, let's get this over here. Move this corner around. Okay. This looks so cute, you guys. Okay, so I decided to do these curtains. I initially I didn't want any like patchwork. Technically, I guess this isn't patchwork. Technically, this is like a quilt, legit quilt. I didn't want to do patchwork for my curtains because I have patchwork banners and it was like too much. But I saw when I did these pillows, I said these would make great curtains because it has a lot of white, you know. So initially I was going to get some like pink curtains or possibly some like dark green curtains. But then I decided, no, I'm going to make my own curtains. And so here we are. Here we are on day 7,972 of that. Of that idea. Since that idea came to my mind. Oh my gosh. But like I said, I've been thoroughly enjoying every step. I'm going to take this pin off here. Way too early, but that's okay. We'll make it work. I'm trying to sew, and I didn't put the foot down. I think somehow the stitches tore out of this one too. Why? Why did that happen? I don't know. I could have swore those were secure. I gotta somehow roll this little corner. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Patience. Patience. Have some patience. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Ooh, those beans were good. I need to start cooking more beans. I told my husband when I was with my mom, I'm like, I miss beans. I really need to start cooking more beans. Everything my mom makes includes beans. Like every breakfast, lunch, dinner idea is beans. It's always something and beans, or beans and something. Like, so when I was out there, I was like, I miss beans. I texted my husband. I'm like, we need to eat more beans. And so when it came to the idea of chili, for me, chili has beans. To me, chili has beans. And so he was like, no, I don't know beans. I wouldn't put beans if it was just me. And I'm like, well, it's not just you. And I like beans. And I said, we're going to eat more beans. And you said, okay, in the text. I said, I could prove it to you in the text. So he's reluctantly letting me add beans to the chili. I also don't remember chili being spicy, at least not the chili I had. And let me mind you, the last chili I had that was like homemade, it's not chili without beans. Thank you, Zena. We're gonna make that a t-shirt. Quote Zena. The chili I had that I remember being homemade was my coworker brought a crock pot and a bunch of ingredients, and I'm sure they were all canned. And she just like threw everything in the crock pot. And I remember that's the last time I had chili. And that was a long time ago. That was probably like 15 years ago. And I remember that, and that's kind of the flavor profile I'm going for, because I have not had homemade chili since. And I can't use canned beans. I just can't. So I just cooked up a bunch of pinto beans, and I'm probably gonna refry them. And I thought I was crazy, but for some reason it's like my mother was right. Like with cooking, half of my mom's food ends up being onion, and it's kind of silly. I've watched her. She makes the beans with a bunch of onions, and then she'll fry onions and then throw the beans in and smash them, and those are refried beans. So by the time those beans are done being refried, they are literally 50% onion. And almost all of my food kind of ends up being 50% onion. I add a lot of onion to everything. Like, I'm a weirdo with the onion. Along every step of the ingredients, I add onion. So like I said, by the time it's done, my meat sauce for my spaghetti ends up being 50% onion. My soups end up being pretty much 50% onion. The stew that I made was like 50% onion. I love me some onion. I don't know what to say. As a kid, I didn't like it, but my mom still put it in the onion in. She would kind of cut it up into big pieces and then take the onion out for me, because I was a brat. And I still am. Let's backstage here. It just got hot all of a sudden. I don't know why. But it just got hot. Y'all always need onions and garlic. Yup. Love them big, fat kidney beans. I'm not going to be adding those. Mine's just going to be pinto beans. Just pinto. But the recipe did call for some kidney beans. I just, Oh, this corner came out too. This is a bad block here. All the corners are popping off. Like, what? I need to know why. I'm trying to roll this corner over. Oh my gosh. It is. This will test your patience. Right here. Right here. That should not have been loose, though. I don't know what happened. Truly, I don't. How's my bobbin? We're good still. Okay. Took me like 2 hours to cook those beans. No, almost 3. They're nice and done. Okay, so back stitch, swing it around, just swing it. Let's do this over here. Okay. Hang on, y'all. I need to put on shorts. It's hot. I always have a pair of shorts off to the side. always have a pair of shorts somewhere nearby. And by shorts, I mean a set of boxers that didn't fit my husband years ago that I use as shorts. Those are my house shorts. Okay, I feel a little bit better. It's still hot. It might be because the beans are on. I made meat sauce yesterday in the crock pot, but I browned the meat first, then put it in the crock pot. Then I chopped onions and garlic, sauce wine, spices to that pan, simmer, and then add to the crock pot. Good idea. Although I'm telling you, I learned this new technique. So you make meatballs out of your meat, and then you brown the meatballs. A minute on each side. Take them out. And then when you add all your meats and deglaze and all that, then you add your tomatoes, and then you add the meatballs back into the meat. Then at the end of the sauce, you smash the meat. It is so good. And I've been like trying it with everything. It was the way that they said to make the lasagna. And I tried it with just to make a regular meat sauce, and it was amazing. It was just amazing. So now I'm doing it with everything. I'm gonna do it with this chili too. I'm gonna make the meatballs out of the meat, brown those, and I am gonna make this in the crock pot because I don't have a Dutch oven. And everybody's supposed to use a Dutch oven, and I don't have a Dutch oven. But I do have a ceramic crock pot. Oh, my eyes are gonna water like crazy. They were crying like crazy when I was making the spaghetti sauce last week. So apparently Monday is like our day to cook because it's his second day off. So he doesn't want to. Why did we stop? Why did we stop here? Hang on, why are we stopping? What's going on? What is happening over here? It literally stopped sewing. I don't know why. Are we good? I'm going to continue because I'm just going to continue. Okay. And I don't know how this recipe didn't call for any tomato paste, but I'm adding it in there. I have no idea why it stopped right there. I really had no reason to stop right there, but it did. Okay, hang on. This didn't roll. Okay, now we're rolled. Okay. Now we are rolled. Spin it. And then we're finishing it off. All right. Okay, now let's go over here to this last square that we're doing. I still have to fix my fan. I'm over here like, I wish I could turn on my fan. I still have to get it fixed. I've been lazy about it. I've been a little lazy. I gotta call the guy. Okay. Because I'm like, well, it's not hot anymore, so I don't need my fan. But I am going through some personal things, and I need my fan. personal things, okay? Okay. This corner over. Corner, back stitch. More pivoting. Okay. That thread was bothering me. Oh, now it's on my finger. Oh my gosh. Okay. Fold over this side, then we are almost done. Oh my god. These blocks are going pretty fast because I haven't done the hard part. Technically, this is the fun part. It's really not the hard part. The hard part is the next part, which is putting all these blocks together. It's just rather unpleasant. Monique, you're back. Monique is back. It's just really rather unpleasant having to hook all these together. But I'll save that for another time. I'll save that for another time, not today. I'm just not going to deal with it today. Maybe next weekend. I don't know. Okay. Pivoting. All those times I've been working on my curves, like literally coming up, it all comes together with this project. All the skills I've been learning just come together with this project. And it feels really good. It feels really good. Like I said, this is actually a very forgiving. It looks very fancy, but it is a very beginner-friendly project. So I do suggest there's lots of videos out there to watch. What was easiest for me to get to it might not be the easiest for you. So definitely watch a lot of videos and decide what would work for you. But like I said, it's a very friendly beginning project, I would say, because I'm doing it. And I'm very much a beginner. But with my basic sewing skills that I've practiced, I'm like, oh, I could do this, and I have been able to do it, and it's been fun learning new things. I'm just really having a lot of fun. It's nice on BBQ roast meats or roasted veggies like sweet potatoes. Interesting. Ooh, all the blocks I have made. So exciting. Let's see. I still have like 4 of these to do before I worry about connecting them. And let's pick our fabrics here, which is the fun part of everything for me. It's just the fun part. We'll do this little flower print. And then it's from the same stash, but it should be okay. Do this other pink and gray. And then we'll just do a random yellow. And then we'll do a random, probably purple. Just random purple. Let's see. It's just all purple though. It's too purple, too much purple. I don't know why. I don't like this fabric at all. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. And there's 3 of them. Okay, we'll use this cream colored fabric here. And again, the fabrics I've already used that I picked from, I'm going to put them at the bottom. That way the next time I pick from the other fabrics, just make it nice and random. And let's cut them up. Oh, Miss Jude, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been, I mean, they're not perfect. Like, to say that I'm like here to show you what to do. Far from it. But like I said, it's been fun to string my little skills together to get this done. And also, like, I'm not a beginner sewist, but I was like, I could do that. Like, after all these years of practicing on paper and pieces of fabric that didn't really matter, I was almost like I could somehow, I feel like I'm confident enough that I could do that. And it's a pretty good feeling. It's a pretty good feeling. It feels nice. I like it. So first we need to get this to 3 3/4. I'm just having fun, Miss Jude. I'm just having fun, trying things, you know. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. It's okay. So let's see, 3 3/4. Wait, I want to cut this fabric over here. Actually, yeah, this is what I want to cut off. Okay. Okay. Let's get this out the way. Okay. Whew. Those scraps will make awesome ruffles. They would make pretty cute ruffles, huh? Be the most. Ugh. The only annoying thing is that this piece would literally end up like this. It would be this small. That's why sometimes I say don't torture yourself. Like, don't make this any shorter than like 8" because you'll end up with something like this. So thinking about it, probably not. Maybe, I don't know. Might end up to be too small. Do this print right here. And this yellow print over here. And this beige print over here. Then I almost regretted using white fabric myself. Maybe I should have gone for the linen color of, what is it called? What is it called? Linen? Is it linen? I don't know. The fabric, the like beigey fabric. Like, maybe that would have been better because this is really going to show cat hair. It's going to get cat hair on it, but whatever. We'll deal with that on wash day. Why is this stitched down? This should not be stitched down. Oh my goodness. What's up, baby boy? Go get your toy. I don't see your toy. You didn't even go get your toy. This should not have been stitched down. No, no, no. Not yet. Not yet. So this needs to be free. See, that's... Mistakes happen. Mistakes are made. It happens. It's okay. It's okay. Just gonna pin these. And I was very much against pinning these down before, but ever since I watched this one video, like I said, I've had to watch several videos to kind of piece things together for myself. I didn't like to pin, but then I saw this one lady and she buried her pin under the fabric. Now I don't get, stabbed. So now I'm okay with pins because I used to just do one of these fabrics at a time. But ever since I learned how to, bury the pin so I don't poke myself, now I pin them all. So I'm learning new things every time I start this project up again. I like the white. It shows the design and the fabric colors. Yes, and I was also, like I said, trying not to go for the patchwork look. This is going to have a lot of white in it. So even though it has a lot of colors, It's also going to have a lot of white space. So that's ideal for the curtains I want. Okay. What are you looking at me for, Boo Boo? Where's your toy? Huh? Did you even bring your toy? Okay, you did. That's why you're looking at me like I'm a weirdo. Okay, come on. It might have also been fun to use a colored thread. I didn't think about that, but that could also have been a fun idea. But I also don't have a lot of one color like I do, but I might at some point run out of it. But colored thread might have been fun for the little border here, but also maybe you could have seen more mistakes that I made. Nobody's stitching is perfect. Nobody's, but that's okay. Let me see here. Okay. This little boy, he either wants to look out the window or he wants me to throw his toy. That's the mood he's in today. That's his little mood. Hang on. I get some water. Let's get going on this square here before we start all the hard parts. But I'll just do the fun stuff for now. Sewing that curve gets easier every time you do it, but it is kind of a learning process, if you will. It does get easier every time. Turn it, fold the corner over. Gotta start making actual panels. Thinking about maybe this is the second panel now. I don't know yet. So there are other fabric squares that need to be sewn onto this. But depending on where in the panel this square is, depends what other fabric squares I add where. Did I miss a couple stitches? I did. Hang on. I'm going back stitch. Where I missed those stitches. Oops. I did catch myself on time though, because sometimes I don't notice till I go all the way around. And that's when I notice. Oh no. Hang on here, try. Nope, I went too far. Let's remove this. Roll the fabric, roll. Here we go. Here we go. Turn it, we're turning it, we're turning it. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to do this square. How am I unbobbing? Okay, we're still good because you don't understand how maddening, and then these stitches come up too. It is so maddening to, it is the craziest thing to be sewing with an empty bobbin. It'll make your eye twitch. It'll make your eye start to twitch. So now I'm like constantly, as soon as half the bobbin is gone, I'm checking it constantly, because that is the most irritating thing. Like, how long have I been sewing without a bobbin? Like, so annoying. Worst part of sewing, hands down. Worst part. Okay, did I screw this up? I might have screwed this up here. I could also probably save it. Okay, we're good. Too much of the fabric is showing, but we are good now. Just kind of roll it a little bit more. I'm kind of pushing it on the inside as well. Back stitch here. Okay. Okay. See the fabric there's peeking out again. I gotta tuck it in. Okay, we're good. We are good. Tuck in that fabric so it doesn't show. Okay, turn it. The results in this are just fascinating. Just that shape. So exciting. So exciting. I love it. This is definitely, like I said, this is the fun part. Before the suffering begins. If I had a big old sewing machine, might not be so. But what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna buy a whole new sewing machine, but but never say never, you know? Never say never. Back stitch. Spin it, and let's close it up. And we'll go to the next one. Let's get this one done here. It sounded weird, but okay. A little weird. I still need to buy a free motion foot for this. I don't have a free motion foot. And this does free motion quilting, so that could add a little bit of fun to my direct journal projects. I've never tried to quilt on fabric, but it would be fun to do free motion on paper. It would be interesting. It would be very interesting. No, this thing wouldn't let me move. That's weird. Most weird. Focus over here. Is it hot or is it just me? Hang on, let me look at the temperature. Oh, it doesn't even say. Oh, it says battery. What does that say? I don't know. Normally I can look at my AC thing, the thing you push the buttons on. But it's off. I have no idea how hard it is, but it feels like it's probably like 77. Free motion foot is a welcome addition for sure. How fun. It's on my list. It's on my wish list. That and there's a little like metal piece that's supposed to come with this walking foot. I want that. I didn't think about it the first time when I got the walking foot, but I did think about it. Actually, I didn't even know about it. And then I want a extension table. So there's a couple of things I want for this machine. The extension table would be amazing, especially when piecing these blocks together. It would be so nice to have an extension table, but maybe for Christmas. I'll ask my hubby to get it for me. Okay, let's put this over here. Back stitch. I have a little wish list going on for my sewing machine. A little tiny wish list. It's catching a pin. A few years from now, you may end up with a long arm. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the digital versus the hand ones do, but it looks like fun. It looks like a lot of fun. But I'm also not like a drawer or anything, so it looks like something that you would need to like be good at drawing for. I don't know why I imagine that. The digital ones, wow. Those are those $10,000 machines. I have seen this one thing. It's like a frame for your actual sewing machine. And it basically turns your sewing machine into kind of like a long arm, but I guess you might want to have one of those wide sewing machines, which I don't have. But I've seen somebody in one of the quilting groups I'm in show it off. Looks quite interesting. I haven't seen any of the quilting channels talking about it, but I saw somebody post that up on one of the quilting groups I'm in. They do. My friend has one, and the designs she comes up with in the program. Very cool. Sounds very cool. I love it. Back stitch, back stitch, back stitch. And then let's roll this over. This part over. And I'm going over a pin here. Need a massive room just to store it in. Yeah, I imagine. But also those long quilters, they want to charge like $600 to quilt your one quilt, Gonna stitch it, turn it, last corner on this one, It's looking good. It's looking real good. All right. Another block done. Another one. They are between 10 and 12. Okay, for sure. Yeah. Okay. This one is done. So now I just got to continue that. I think I'm going to log off for now. It's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours. I might log off for now. Am I going to continue? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I need to get started on this chili, though. So my husband's probably going to wake up soon. And we will get started on the chili. But thank you all so much for coming and hang out with me or watching this video afterwards. This is not junk journal related, but it is going to go in my junk journal room, like I said earlier. So technically unrelated, unrelated, but still related. Part of one of my projects that I'm doing here in my craft room. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you, Miss Jude. I still have my sale going on till, I think it's scheduled till the 2nd of November. So check it out at my shop. But anyways, everybody have a good day. And again, thank you all so much for joining me here on this off topic, but still kind of on topic video. I appreciate it. We'll hang out tomorrow night and we'll do some actual junk journal related things. So come back and join me Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope everybody has a good day. Bye.